Hello, friends. Welcome back. Marcy, come back over here and show everyone what you're doing. Happy Sunday. Or Saturday, if in fact it is Saturday for you. We're going to paint some... Did I set up my autofocus here? Let's have a look. There we go. That's better. Now we'll just go back to exposure. We'll just tweak that just fractionally. Yes, it's time to paint some 15th anniversary survivors. These wonderful figures that were released on Black Friday that have arrived on my doorstep. There's some big boys. That is a big boy there. Big Zachary. It's like the Tormund Giant's Bane. Just so, in case you're wondering, here is a normal size survivor. That's Aya. That's old, a very old version of Aya. Before the wall, I think that one is. This is Morg. Zachary's got him covered. Shredlord. Which one shall we paint today? I was going to paint Alistair. Oh, the hammer's unreal. The hammer is absolutely off tap. It's going to be unreal. Alright, so this guy's got very much a Warriors of the Sun aesthetic. He's got a katana and stuff. So what colour? I don't think I've done a lot of teal recently. Which is, oh, cool. Unusual for me to have not done teal. Haha, Kragzog. Did I have a sleep in today? No. I suppose it is 8 o'clock. No, Mossy was just being a pest today, mate. So, business as usual. Actually, let's use Samurai Green. That's a perfect colour. Samurai Green. Great decision from me. And where's my Royal Brown? Royal Brown. That's an all-time colour, that one. Alright. Let's give it a crack. I think we'll go let's do Samurai Green first for a change. And then we'll have some brown lights, shadows. No, she hasn't arrived, so one of the downsides of living in Australia, we get things delivered from the Australian warehouse if they have it, and if not, it comes from the USA warehouse. So the Parasite Queen was only in the USA warehouse, so that's en route along with the other things that I ordered. Still a ways off. So I just got the 15th anniversary survivors. Everything else that I ordered is still coming in the mail. And given Christmas is 3 or 4 days away, probably won't see that till the new year. Which is okay. But yeah, I'll be building her and painting her pretty much straight away, I think. I'm very excited about that model. My cabinet of King of Death monsters is sick. Craigzog, what are you talking about? Do you know anything about Kingdom Death? How do you know exactly those? How do you know what you're talking about there? I'm a little bit concerned. Yes, I have done it. But I'm perplexed as to how you know about it. It was hard. It took me 3 tries. It was good though. Yeah, Mr. Swinson would be nice to have out here. He's a very good man. There's a few people I'd fly out if we won the lotto. Eric Masklins, Sergio, probably Andy Wardle again. Variety of people. All right. Let's think about things here. Maybe we'll do this first. Yeah. Very close to Christmas now, friends. Very close. It's been a tumultuous year. It's been a good year. Lots of things have happened. My life's been completely turned upside down in a variety of ways. But for the most part, they're good. And we've had some wonderful things happen on the stream and a lead into next year with the Crimson, which I'm sure many people, myself included, are looking forward to. Stop it, you. But yeah, it's been an interesting time. I feel mostly what? What are you talking about? Crimson Brush countdown on Golden Demon Compendium. Did I do something? Is there a countdown on there that I'm not aware of? I can't see it. Oh, there it is. 34 days! Shit! Cool. Yep. It is getting close, isn't it? I got the trophies actually this week. Got the trophies, got the pins. Just need to sort out a few final things and then we're good. What is that bit supposed to be? It's supposed to be fur, maybe? I think it is supposed to be fur. That's fine. We'll sort that out. So, I've been painting Kingdom Death models for 5 years. Actually longer, because I did some commissions of Kingdom Death models back when I was living in Ashgrove, which is like 8 years ago. So that is a wild thing to contemplate to me, that I've been playing this game for that amount of time, or been involved in this game for that amount of time. The only thing that comes close in my life is, of course, the wonderful world of Warhammer. which I've been doing since I was in high school. Actually, I've been doing it since I was in primary school. That is a long, long time. Just quickly. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. There they are standing in a row. Big ones, small ones, ones as big as your head. Damn, Dano, you messed up. I released a video on my YouTube channel this week, which was my top 10 games of 2024. A lot of fun making that video. I even had B-roll footage in there. Look at me go. But for many years now, I've actually done a top list of games. But most of the time it's been on my Twitter. This year I decided I'm going to make a video. And so I did. And in the process of making that video, I realised I play a lot of games. I have this year played 220 plus games, and that does not include Kingdom Death or Aeon Trespass Odyssey, which I did not include in my tracking app because of the nature of the games. That means I've played probably more games than there are days of the year. Hello, Topulus. It is quite a significant amount of games, yes. Yeah, quite a few people seem to be surprised that ATO didn't make the list, and I was thinking about it because I'm not saying ATO is a bad game. Like as evidenced by my video and my tracking file, I've played a lot of games, right? So it's not like I'm saying it's a bad game. I've just played a lot of that game, like a huge amount of that game, and at a certain point you reach, you know what, I think I've played enough of that game. And that's just a for now feeling, right? Like I'm sure at some point in the not too distant future I'll whip that out again and have another play of that game and enjoy it again. But the experience is one that's very much reading. There's a lot of reading in it. And this game, Kingdom Death, and some of the other games that I've played and enjoyed, there's not as much reading. It's very much just like get straight into decision making and stuff. And again, the criticism of the game is not that the reading is bad, that the writing is bad. In fact, it's quite the opposite. The writing is probably the best writing I've ever had in a board game. But there's only so much reading I feel like doing at a given moment. And it's especially more complicated when you play a game on the internet. Well, it wasn't just you. There was a lot of people that observed that as well. So yeah, hey, bit of controversy is good. Bit of controversy, but yeah, like it's. I'm definitely not saying it's a bad game, which I think is the key thing to stress there. Morning, cheeky monkat. So I tell you a story. Um, I did. I bought in for all of the Sins of Heracles, and then I decided probably about 2 months ago, which is when I started. After I'd got cycles 4 and 5, and had played through cycles 4 and halfway through 5, that I realised, that the story was great, but I didn't feel like I needed more of the same in my life. And so I actually not called them, but I sent them an email and asked them to refund my Sins of Heracles pledge, which they have done so. So I'm no longer in on Sins of Heracles. Kingdoms Forlorn, I'm still weighing up. But the timing of it was, I was really keen on looking into enormity, and that was where I was planning on investing my money. So I'm currently in for $1. It didn't blow me away, enormity. There was a lot of fiddliness, which didn't excite me. Especially after Primal, which was very much just pick up and play and have an amazing time, with very limited rules overhead. Enormity, the thing that appealed to me about it was it's supposed to be sort of like not a huge overarching story, but more of just you can start playing and explore the ship and learn cool stuff. Yeah. So I do ebb and flow on things though. Primal was, yeah, obviously smash hit for me. Just the nature of it, you can sit down and play a game. It takes an hour and a half. It's engaging. It's it's super fun. I'd like to think that at some point, once it's not even like a malaise or I'm not even down on ATO. Like, I still think it's an incredible achievement, and I had a really amazing time playing it. I mean, I played through that campaign, cycles 1, 2, and 3. I played through them 3 times. Cycles 4, I played through it basically twice, and cycle 5 just the once. That's a lot of investment of hours and time, and it's a huge achievement in board gaming. So I'm not even down on the game or anything, right? Like, it just wasn't in my top experiences of this year. So Like, I think that's important to stress. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see about enormity. I'm hopeful that at some point in the future, updates and stuff. You know, this was actually the same for me with the original Aeon Trespass. Like, I was in for $1 on that game, and I remember thinking, yeah, you know what? I'm actually not that blown away. I don't think this is going to work for me, and so I didn't actually buy anything. And then the pledge manager was sort of closing for the game, and I was like, you know what? I'm going for it. I'm going to buy it. I think it was about 1 a.m. in the morning, and I was trawling through their page, and I just made a spur of the moment decision, which was a great decision. So I'm hoping that the same thing may happen with enormity, where I'll just be reading the updates and something about it will jump out at me, and I'll go, yeah, I'm in. I'm in. We'll see. We shall see. But I made a Star Wars joke in there and no one commented, so I'm a bit disappointed. But and I was thinking about my Star Wars joke for ages when I was thinking about my video. It's like, I'm going to make a really funny Star Wars joke, and any Star Wars people will laugh and think it's great. And nobody said anything. It was a reference to the which Star Wars movie was it? Third one, I think, where they have to use a Star Wars code. Thanks, Tom. They have to use a code. It's an older code, sir, but it checks out, was what they say in the movie. And I made a joke about a Star Wars game where I said it's an older game, but it checks out. I chuckled to myself for ages about that joke. Anyway. There was quite a few surprises in that list for me. when I was making the list, I was trying to. It's actually so hard to come up with a top 10 list when you've played 250 plus games and of 56, 57 different games this year. It was really hard to come up with that list because there are a lot of games that could have made that list that didn't. Aeon Trespass didn't. Ark Nova. Hello, Jared. Ark Nova, I think we played 6 or 7 times this year. Too Many Bones. Played about 30 games of Too Many Bones. Didn't make the list. Could have. And yeah, we even played some really good other games. There was a game we played called Boone Lake, which was quite enjoyable. Alexander Pfister, he's the same guy who makes Great Western Trail, which I liked. He made. We even played Great Western Trail Argentina, which could have made the list. I remember I was talking to Roman and Rafa quite a while ago about coming to Australia, and they actually both refused, not because of the cost, not because of the travel. I shit you not, they refused because of the spiders. They said there's too many spiders. I said, mate, it's not like it's just spiders, just like fucking walking down the street, you know. And they're like, no, I've seen Australia. There's too many spiders. All right, mate. That is 100% true story. don't know if you guys are following or not following, but there is a miniature painter by the name of Gustavo Munoz who's painting some Kingdom Death models, has been painting some for a commission for the last little while, and they would probably be the best painted Kingdom Death models that have ever been painted. That's a strong statement, I know, but if you go and have a look at those, is that his feet there? He's got sandals with spikes on them. Yeah, Gustavo Munoz, definitely worth checking out his Instagram. But yeah, the actual Kingdom Death figures he's painting at the moment, unreal. One of my, yeah, I'll grab a link for it. One of my favourite Big Deno aspirations. Here he is. Yep, there he is. Thanks, Top. Absolute weapon. Absolute weapon of a painter. But, my God. It was like, yes, my goal is to have the best painted Kingdom Death monster collection in the world. And for a long time, I was feeling pretty good about that. There's certainly other people who've got good collections, but not with the magnitude of models that I've got, until Gustavo Munoz starts painting. And now, I'm not. Yeah. Absolute animal, that guy. Hello, Patrick Bund. There is always a bigger fish, Jared. Yeah. Absolute animal. The only thing I'll say, he's been painting those 4 models for about 6 months. So, that's a lot of time. Share the link, Toppy, for Zell. Zumakito has also been absolutely doing some awesome Kingdom Death stuff, so I'm sure most of you would know Zumi's YouTubes by now. He's got a fucking 100,000 followers as a superstar. Has he got 200,000 now? I think he just cracked 200, actually, which is awesome. But it's always a time thing with me, and I don't say that disrespectfully to those people. I don't have the amount of time. Zero's an animal. I don't have the time with the amount of models and things that I have that I want to do with my life to devote that much time to painting just 1 or 2 models. You know? I can paint 10 models to a pretty good standard in the time it takes most people to paint 1 model in a great standard. And I don't know which is better in terms of outcome, but I know which is better for the experience that I want to have. Zero, so good. Yes, it does absolutely depend on the goals. I should listen to my own teachings. Where is me beige red at? There you are. Where them girls at? G'day, Gone Beyond One. That's a good question. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I, what the fuck is straight up? Let's go. If you want some, come get some. G'day, Simon. Gone Beyond One. I don't have a Discord personally, but I've made a joke for many years now that there is a Discord that belongs to me, which is the Dirty Paint Water Discord, and I do frequent that Discord, but I am absolutely not in charge of it, as much as I would like to say that I am. So, yeah, if you would like to join that Discord, I think that's a great idea. Lovely people in there, and I do occasionally frequent that, but I'm not really interested in adding more responsibility to my life right now, or ever, but right now especially. And managing a Discord is just too much for me. I just want to come and paint my toy soldiers and have a nice time. But if you want to message me, I'm happy to reply or, talk to just about anyone. I'm also not very good at replying, as I'm sure many people will confirm. Thanks, Mo's Magic. Might get a smaller brush. I should make top a mod, mind you. It's very hard for him, given that he's in a completely different time zone. How tall is Top? Like, I assume that him being 13, he would only be quite small. But how tall are you, Top? Give us your height, mate. Give us your measurements. Fair enough. In a world of big rigs that you're dealing with over here, mate, that's small fry. Gone beyond one, well done. Painting every day. It's one of the absolute concrete ways that you'll get better. Yeah, Jared and I have both got Swinson covered. And Swanson. Hello there, Seb. Minimancer. Alright. What colour hair has Alistair got? Top? Is he blonde? Is he white? Hey, good work, mate. It's okay if you don't get it done. Just enjoy the experience. And the rest will come. White. Alright. I'm going to do white. I feel like I've given Alistair black hair in my other paintings I've done of him. It don't matter if you're black or white. Alistair's hair. But my baby on a Saturday night. Gonna be a miracle. Gonna be wrong, you're right. Ah, Cragzog, how dare you? I don't fucking ban you soon. Ah, Cragzog. A-grade pest. G'day, Sean. I convinced Mossy to watch a movie with me, right? So we're going to watch Captain America, the Winter Soldier, the original, the first Avenger. I finally convinced her to watch it. All it took was me showing her a movie clip of Chris Evans' shirt off, and she was in. I love Cap. He's a good looking dude. Well, look, mate, it worked, so. I do believe in miracles. Can't begin to follow your right. Why wouldn't he though? Why wouldn't he just like take whatever he can? He's a legend. He's a superstar. He seems like a funny guy too, in real life. I haven't seen any of those films because there's more than one now, isn't there? Yeah. Top, you may have watched this. It was a show on Netflix called Chaos with Jeff Goldblum, where Jeff Goldblum plays Zeus or something. Is it good? I haven't watched it, but I saw a trailer the other day. I was like, huh, I wonder if that's any good. Maybe someone talked about it. Maybe Seb talked about it on here actually. Mini Mancer. Did you talk about it on here? Oh, was it cancelled? Yeah, right. Okay. Oh, it's a shame. Cheeky Mum Cat, this is a colour called Iron Hue. And I do say Iron in a funny way, and that is from Alanis Morissette. Isn't it ironic? It is ironic. Iron Hue. It's from the Lan Studio Chimera Special Colours Non-Metallic Metal box set. And it is a great colour. I do use it for most of my non-metallic metals, but any light grey will work, including a colour called Light Sea Grey from Vallejo. I'm sure this is a comment observation slash that nobody on this channel is going to be surprised about. But every time I paint these little rings on King of Death models, I'm just reminded of that Lord of the Rings making of DVD where they had two guys sitting in a room for like 5 years making chainmail. That's all they did for 5 years. They just made chainmail by gluing together fucking rings and stuff, and they had no fingerprints left by the end of the experience. Peter Jackson says, so we've now prepared them for a successful life in crime. But every time I'm painting these little rings and chainmail, it's all I think about is that little thing. And those two dudes, whomever they are, said is like one of the best experiences of their lives. Good luck to them. Good luck to them, I say. I'm sure there are many people who would think that that's a crazy thing to think that it was the best experience of their life. I feel like I actually understand it. It's like, just imagine someone told you you get to sit in a room with one of your mates, assuming they were mates, right? If it was someone you hated, you'd have a real bad time. And just do something that's, relatively easy. You just get to do that all day and just make jokes and have fun and know that you're contributing to something that's really cool. I just like that. I just like that idea. Yeah, I get it. I understand. They're saying it was the best experience of their life. Still, to this day, I don't think a making of series or anything has ever come close to that Lord of the Rings making of documentary on the extended DVDs. I've watched that series more than probably just about anything else I've watched. The making of. Which one's that, Simon? Is that the animated one? The thing that got me on those making ofs was always the miniatures. Like, they'd be making these gigantic fucking castles in miniatures, and I'd just be like, this is the best. And it actually was the best. So, there you go. Now, I have not watched the animated movie. I probably won't. I'm not much of a. I'm not much of an animated show guy. I made exceptions for Arcane and Futurama, which has a wonderful nostalgia for me. But I don't really make many exceptions for animated stuff. Ivory. That will do. Boo doo 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 doo. I've watched probably 4 or 5 anime things in my life. I did enjoy it when I was growing up a little bit. So, but I was in a very early era when anime was like not not the thing. But I watched Akira, the original and the best. I watched Ghost in the Shell. I watched Ninja Scroll, which was absolutely awesome. Um, Probably my favourite. And then I watched a number of adaptions of my favourite fighting games at the time. I think there was a Fatal Fury one. There was definitely a Street Fighter one or two that I watched. And that's it. Yeah, absolutely the classics. Absolutely the classics. And I would probably quite happily watch any of those to this day and enjoy the heck out of them. What's Chainsaw Man about, Top? Okay, promising start. Okay. When I originally designed a board game, which was a long time ago, which is doing quite well now. You've probably heard of it. It's by Creature Caster. It's called Judgment: Immortal Champions. Yes, little known fact. I actually designed that game. My original pitch was actually Angels versus Demons. I wanted to have really. I was really into the aesthetic of like Constantine and stuff. And so the original pitch was going to be that everyone would either take on angels or demons, and then you could choose anything in your team and stuff. But yeah, it morphed away from that into just more generic heroes, so that I could have anyone select any model and add it to their team, which was a intended financial pitch, make the game more sustainable, so that everyone would want to buy every release. But the one single character still retained their link to that, which was the elf. Her name was Istariel. She was actually named so that she would sound similar to other angelic creatures. She was one of the very early ones that I designed. There you go. Fun little insight. Here's trouble. What's going on, Mossinator? What is crappening?
Morning tea time.
What are you having? Come and say hello to everyone. Cragzog's here, Topulus is here. You're having a muesli bar. And if you're wondering why you don't see my name in the Judgment Eternal Champions rulebooks as game designer, that is because I sold it to one of my friends by the name of Andrew Gunsgalia. And he took what I had written, which to be fair was probably about 70% of the way, and he turned it into a real living and breathing thing. So Chainsaw Man, eh? Well, I'll have a look at it. I can't promise anything because, as I've mentioned on multiple occasions, don't really like things. I would watch Invincible. I do like superheroes, but if it's anything like The Boys, then I'm sure I'd enjoy it. Homelander is absolutely the star of that show, and you can't tell me otherwise. Alright, this guy is approaching Final Destination. I love Kingdom Death models. I really do. The aesthetic, characters. I have said this many times. I'll just repeat it again for those new ones. No people here. My collection of Kingdom Death models was quite large, and I realised that I was buying $30, $40, $50, $60 boxes to get 2 pieces of cardboard, and that felt like an inefficient use of my financial resources. So I decided I'm gonna make a concerted effort to paint my Kingdom Death models, because really, if I don't, I am pissing money away. And so ever since I made that deliberation, any new Kingdom Death models that I've purchased, I've made sure that I've painted them pretty much as soon as they've arrived, and I'm planning on continuing to do that. So there's probably, what else did I get? I got Ledler. I got that new Sun Armor Ire. Some other ones. Hello Hawk Bass, welcome. I'll show you actually, because it's actually pretty easy. A lot of the large things came from skee ball bases. SCIBOR. Really cool little faces that suit perfectly with the Kingdom Death aesthetic. And then I made a mould out of the stone face bases, and just can cast up little faces to put wherever I want. And I usually just make a little thing, make a big bunch of them, and then just snap them off and put them on wherever I want. Very, very useful. Paint, look at that, is exactly what I was doing. And I looked at myself and I said, Deno, come on, mate. You're better than this. And I don't know you that well, Paint Liquor, but I'm going to do it to you. Paint Liquor, you're better than this. Paint your toys. look, it's an easy thing to get into, right? We call it the shelf of shame. Some people call it the pile of potential. Whatever you want to call it, it's financial irresponsibility. And please don't take that as me having a go at you. It's me having a go at myself as well. So I made a very, very concerted decision and an effort to reduce my spending on stuff until I made some clearance out of the backlog of toys. And I've done a good job, actually. I feel pretty good. So much so that I did buy the new Spira. And I feel good about that. G'day, Lexi. There is absolutely worse ways you could spend your money, right? We could all have heroin addictions. Probably be cheaper. The Gorm, yeah, the Gorm does have some big, big gaps. It requires a fair bit of modelling know-how. Cragzog, did you have to look up that word? If you did, I provide kudos to you, because that's really going the full distance for the joke. If you didn't have to look that up, it's actually probably more concerning. Fair enough. My girlfriend doesn't appreciate when I call her a crone. She didn't hear me, that's good. But it's good for you that you've got multiple. Alright, how long have we been painting for? 1 hour and 20 minutes. Some little contrast paint washes will make this pop off. So this little guy reminds me of an in-game aesthetic archetype, which is called a Warrior of the Sun. And the Warriors of the Sun have rainbow aesthetics, so lots of colours. So I'm sort of trying to hint at that a little bit. By using a variety of different colours. So Deep Walker. Na 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 na. Oh, is that a pile of blood on the ground, do you think, Dano? Maybe. Maybe it is. A pool of blood. No. So I'm 3 episodes into season 2 of Arcane. Glorious animation. The only animated show I accept. Every time I watch the show, I am driven to want to paint a model in the same art style or a character from the show. And then Sergio Vilches goes and drops an absolute banger. It's out of control. Vilches, you need to calm down, mate. Absolutely. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Dance with me and take the lead now. Lead now. Got you so high that you can't calm down. Calm down. Don't you ask, you know you're allowed. Allowed. When it's you, I can't say no, 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 no. Baby, give me a la, 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 la. Whoa, 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 whoa. Jinx is a fantastic character. It's hard not to think she's the best character in the show. Haha. Well, actually, I didn't mold the keyboard bases. I only molded the other ones. The Gimme Death ones. Peanut butter. There is something that I'm not following here, and it sounds very amusing, so I look forward to learning more about it. Well, that's good because I haven't seen it. Thank you. All right. So let's get some Pterodon turquoise. We do need snakebite leather, but we'll use our old one. We do need Creed camo. Where's me brown? Where's me? Oh, wildwood will do. There's a really good documentary on YouTube actually, which talks about the making of that show, and it is a very good watch. Three episodes if I remember rightly, each about 15-20 minutes maybe. I watched the whole thing. It's great. It's great. Can't believe it's free on YouTube. You have a model of the character in that show? Oh, excellent. I look forward to seeing that. Okay. We're going to spray the pterodon turquoise. So let's do the ground. And we just need our steel bits. Yeah, I could not get over the art style of the show. I was telling everyone, you got to check this out. It's fucking unreal. And yeah, I was absolutely blown away and inspired and motivated and to want to be better at art, which is cool thing for that show to do. We don't use that word here, Cragzog. Betroiders, hello there. That was a bit of Pterodon turquoise, my friend. Contrast paint. You're welcome. Wake up to the sound of the silence. Whoa, oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. My enemy. Hey, oh, hey. I'll never be a saint, no way. Alright, let's zoom out a bit. So how can we make this look more like a rainbow colour? I don't really want to go too far afield. No, I did have a little poke at Amazon and see if it was something I'd be keen on. I think I will. I think I will watch it. Because there's also a D&D episode. Yes, some orange I think is a good call. Just a little tiny hint. But yeah, the question is... how do I want to do it? My enemy. Alright. I have no idea what John Space Marine is. But I'm glad you enjoyed it, Sean. Okay, very helpful. Thank you. I did present wrapping yesterday myself, actually. I learned something about myself. I'm an absolute gun when it comes to wrapping things. Absolute animal. And I have this memory of me back in the day. So I used to work at Big W when I was a young fella. Big W is like a Target, like a department store. And I was in there and I had to wrap a present for a customer. It was a complaint, so we were doing wrapping, and the store manager was like, "I need you to wrap this." I said, "No problems, you got it, can do." Of course, at the time, 15, 16-year-old Deno had no idea what he was doing when it came to wrapping presents, and so I wrapped this thing in a box. It was quite a large present. I had to use two different things of wrapping paper, and my boss came in when it was supposed to be done, just took one look at it and was like, "This is a fucking disgrace." I swear I nearly lost my job that day because of how bad the fucking wrapping paper was. So I had to redo it. So I redid it. And it was still bad, but it was sufficient. And yeah, and so from that day ever for a long time, I've always thought I was bad at wrapping presents. Um, well, yeah, I learned this year that that's not the case. I'm actually a fucking animal. Well, there you go. Have more belief in yourself, go on beyond one. It's funny what the brain remembers, isn't it? That was 20 something years ago. And I remember it clear as day. And if you ask me, what day is my mum or dad's birthday? I couldn't tell you. I had to put it into my Google Calendar so I'd remember to call them. No, I did alright in the presents this year. Did alright, I think. Got Mossy absolutely tricked to all buggery. She's got no idea what it is. She keeps asking. Oh, I can't remember, Moss. Can't remember. It's a good get from me. Alright. I reckon we need to do just a little tweak and then we will call it, I reckon. A couple of little tweaks, I should say. Yeah, she does deserve a big bag of coal. That's good stuff. I like that. Very considerate of you, Sebastian. I went for the loudest possible presents I could for my sister's kids. Thank you very much. Mind you, it wouldn't matter what you got those kids, they would make it loud. Just imagine little versions of me, and you'll understand what my sister's dealing with. Well, it is the last stream of Big Dano before Christmas. No, we will have another one tomorrow, I just remembered. Hopefully we'll get in early so Mossy doesn't get annoyed. It's been a challenge. Been a challenge in the second half of this year, trying to get a time that works for both. G'day, Ori Twitch. Haha. Haha, Shawnee coming in with a song. What would you like me to sing for you today, mate? It's been a while, I'll have to warm up the pipes. I don't want a lot for Christmas. This is all I'm asking for. I don't remember the next line. Something at your Christmas door. I won't even hang my stocking there upon the fireplace. Santa Claus won't make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true, baby. All I want for Christmas is you, ooh, you, baby. My mum used to play that song non-stop. That was the Christmas song. Dead set, non-stop. More than you could ever know. We do need a little touch of orange, and that'll do. Little splash of orange. Little Bobby Dazzler. Yeah, it's tragic, that song. Ugh. Anyway. Just a friendly tip for those playing at home, right? If you ever are deciding, you know what, this streaming malarkey seems like a good bit of fun. I'm gonna put my models up on the screen and paint and have chats with people. I highly recommend it. It's great fun. However, what I don't highly recommend is zooming in on your fucking model 50 bajillion degrees so you can see every fucking thing that you've done wrong in glorious Technicolor. That part I do not recommend. Seeing how bad your model looks up close is suboptimal. So I highly, highly recommend not zooming in like I've done. And just float around this area where things still look good, right? Just float around there. Just have that be your wheelhouse. Don't do what I do. Learn from me, alright? And on that note, we are going to head off. We've finished this little one, guys, so 3 to go. We'll definitely be back tomorrow to paint one more of those little guys. Which one, I'm not sure. How about you all decide? Let me know which one you want me to paint next. Of the 15th anniversary survivors. We've got... I'll show them in a second. We've got Urza with a bow, which could be probably the best figure of the 4. Maybe. Could be. It's a tough call, but they're all fucking bangers. Luce, the best girl, Lucy. Or Big Zachariah. Zachary! Yeah. Sounds like we're doing Zachary tomorrow. That should be a fun one. Alright, friends, I'll catch you all again back tomorrow. Big Dano out. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.